Hey guys, how are you? This is Mr. Argueta coming to you. So this is a video that I create usually right before classes get started and just give you an understanding of what to expect in your Principles of Management course. As you can see, this is what the actual class is set up to look like. You will find this in Blackboard. So if you're watching this video and classes hasn't started as the video is intended to, classes will start Monday for us, the first day of the week, upcoming week. And I usually send this video a few days before to give you guys a heads up of, what you're going to be actually doing. So once you get to this point, you've obviously gone through Blackboard, you logged in with your credentials, you'll have a list of your classes that you're taking online, this particular class, Principles of Management, and here you are. This is the home page. So the homepage has a couple things that I want you to notice. The most important part is right here on this side of the thing. Mine's looks a little different than yours, and let me just see if I can show you what yours will probably look like. It'll look more like this, a little plainer, because yours is the student view. So mine's is of course, the instructor version of it. But same sort of concept. As you can tell, mine's has other things to manage the course, other tools, but in your case, you'll see the same top part. What you're going to be working on most of the time is going to be right here where it says weekly assignments, okay? So want to make this very clear. Yes, the discussions are located here, but I don't want you to use that because they're not necessarily in a chronological order. Always work in weekly assignments, and we'll start there. Every week, you will get a folder that opens up. For example, week 1. This is our first week. This is the date when it starts, this time it starts. All folders will open up on Monday at midnight. So that's not Tuesday or Monday night. That's going to be Sunday night or Monday morning at 12 a.m. Folder opens up and it will allow you to do the work. So here's what your normal week will look like. Your normal week will be 2 chapters worth of work. I'll show you what that looks like in just a second, right? So the first thing you have to do when you get started is you log in, you go to week 1, and you're going to see your syllabus. This is your syllabus. In your syllabus, I want you to take notice of a few things. Of course, here's my contact information. The best way to reach me, guys, is through email. The reason why I say that is because my email is on my phone, so I get it right away and I can answer your questions, or if you have any concerns or have any comments, I'll be able to do that pretty instantly if you send me an email. If you call me, I might not be in my office. I might be. It depends. I do a lot of other trainings that I do for companies, so chances are you're probably not going to reach me on the phone. Your best option is email. I get it. I can respond right away. Okay, in this class, you do not need a physical book. You will need an access code. Okay, you can get that a couple of ways. You can go to not library. You can go to a bookstore and purchase it. If you have like a Pell, they'll allow you to purchase it through the GNTC bookstore. If you want to purchase it directly through McGraw-Hill, I'll show you how to do that. Now, everyone in the class gets 2 free weeks. You get 2 free weeks to do your work. Now, don't fall into the trap thinking, I'm going to wait till Pell kicks in, take my 2 free weeks, and then pay directly. It never happens that way. Pell never arrives on time. So please make sure you bought the book because, and I emphasize here, I do not accept late work. There's no exception to that. I do not accept late work. So please make sure that you get started right away. There's no time to lose. This is an 8-week course. We start from day 1 to the very last day. So please make sure you are ready to go. This class does not slow down. Okay, that being said, let's go back. Let's go back to our week 1. You do that. You check out the syllabus. I want you to take notice of that. And I also want you to take notice of how you're getting graded. Okay, that's here. How you're being evaluated is 30% of your grade is through LearnSmart. LearnSmart is also considered or called Smart Book. It is one of your assignments every week in each chapter. You can only get a 100 or a 0. You either do the work or you don't do the work. There's no 50% or 30%. You either do it or you don't. That's the way it's structured. It's not very difficult, but let me give you a tip. If you continuously say, I think I know this answer, I think I know this information, it is an adaptive learning system. So what it does, it keeps giving you more and more and more questions in regards to that topic so you can learn it. So every time you answer, make sure you've read. There's on the right or left, bottom left hand, there's something that says read about this or read about this. You click on that, you read it, and make sure you give the right answer and say, I am sure, because that's how you get through Learn Smart quickest. I have students that go, oh my God, it's taking me forever to do my Learn Smart. Well, that's because they're either answering I don't know, or they're answering I know, I might know, but they're not secure. So the Learn Smart algorithm is saying this person needs to learn more. So they give you more and more and more questions, and could take you forever to finish. So don't do that. Read what you're supposed to read, answer properly, and say you know it. Okay, 30% of the grade is going to be your chapter quizzes and your chapter homework. Please keep in mind, chapter quizzes, the questions in those weekly quizzes will be the same questions that you will see in your midterm and your final. Okay, I'm giving you the key here. This is the study guide. The questions you will see every week will come back up in your midterm and your final. So please keep that in the back of your mind when you do your quizzes. 30% of your grade will be based on discussions and active participation. So I want to put this in perspective for you. There are 14 chapters in this book, or 15 or 16, something in that area. Each week we tackle 2 chapters, which means 2 quizzes and 2 homeworks. That's 4 each week. You multiply that by as many weeks as we got, right? 30%, all of those add up to 30%. But we only have 6 discussions, and those 6 discussions add up to 30%. So that's like 5% each time you do not get a discussion. You get docked from your overall grade. This is extremely, extremely important to understand, because I value the discussion. Please make sure you take time to do your discussions correctly. I'm involved, I read them, and this is the only way I really know that you're understanding this material. I do not accept 1-sentence discussions. I won't even grade them. You got to give me context that I know you understand what you're talking about. This is part of the system. I need to see it. I need to read it and recognize. Give me a solid paragraph of information. Don't just give me a quick little I understand, or 1-sentence replies will not get your full credit. Okay? And then 10% is midterm and final, right? So, putting it in perspective for you. Okay? You missed 2 discussions. That equals out the entire 10% of the midterm and your final overall grade. So do not skip discussions. They're extremely important. Okay. The rest is pretty standard there. All this stuff you could read on your own. Nothing to really worry about. This just breaks it down on how we do it. But let's go back to our chapter. Once you've done that, once you understand that, you can go to the syllabus quiz. It's 2 questions. You understand the syllabus? Yes, boom, done. Enter it, you're over. And this is what I'm talking about. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and here's your discussion. This week is simple. It talks about introducing yourself. Very simple. Give me a solid paragraph. I prompt you some questions there so you can answer them if you want, or tell me whatever else you want about yourself. But Chapter 1, this is the general information and the objectives of this chapter. And Chapter 2, the learning objectives of that chapter. This is important. You're going to need this for your homework. So make sure you read this and understand this Lowen's model. It's simple. Unfreeze, move, refreeze. Okay, and it gives you an example of what that looks like. That's going to be part of your homework. Make sure you read that. All right, but if you click on that folder, you will see the Learn Smart, or the Smart Book. As I mentioned, 0 to 100. This is your homework, right? This is like a decision-making process. It's activity-based. This is your quiz. You get, I think, 2 chances on your quizzes, and the top one, we keep the top score. And this is just PowerPoint to help you if you wanted to see through that. All right, that's it. And then, of course, Chapter 2 looks very similar. Chapter 2 is the Learn Smart or Smart Book, homework. chapter quiz, and your PowerPoint. Once you get past that, you're going to notice that from that point on, it starts becoming very similar. Week 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, and then our discussion. How do you make decisions? What ethical perspective do you use? And then I give you a couple, but I would expect you to read pages 74 or 76 and gives you about, and then pages 82, 84 about how people make decisions. And we'll talk about that next week. But for the first week, here's what you really have to focus on. Syllabus, syllabus quiz, and your 2 chapters plus your discussion. I will every week post inside of your discussions. I will create a thread that says Mr. Argueta's weekly update. It's a video, and I'm going to give you an update on that week, on that previous week, every week. It's not a pre-recorded video. It's something that I do week by week to stay in contact with you. I also give you a couple tips here and there, talk about stories, talk about what we're going to be looking at, and I talk a lot about coffee. So I enjoy a good espresso. I enjoy good coffee. So we talk about coffee, and we talk about how much I enjoy to drink coffee and all that good stuff. So look out for my introduction video. Make sure that you understand what you're looking at. For the most part, this is what you're going to focus on, weekly assignments, all right? I don't work ahead. I don't go back. I just stay in the moment. I stay present this week. So every week, we get a new folder that opens up on Monday morning. It closes out on Sunday evening at 11:59 p.m. And that's it. That week is gone, never to be seen again. So pretty simple. I will introduce myself in my video, send it to you guys, and from there on, we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, have a great day. Take care.